Hi, today let's learn nomenclature of bicyclic compounds. Though their structures may look complicated to you, their naming and numbering according to IUPAC is really very easy. This topic is also important if you are preparing for competitive exams like GPAT, NIPER, SET, NET or any other entrance examinations. So let's learn. Bicyclic compounds can be divided into three types: fused ring systems, bridged ring systems, and spiro systems. Now all these type of compounds can be saturated or unsaturated. They can be even substituted. At the beginning, we will just see simple compounds which are unsubstituted. In case of fused ring systems, you can see this is example of naphthalene wherein two benzene rings are fused. So when they are fused, you can see two carbon atoms. They are joined to each other as if they are stick to each other. So there are two common atoms which are involved in both the rings. If benzene alone is a six-membered compound, two benzene rings doesn't give you compound containing 12 number of carbon atoms, but there are only 10 because two carbon atoms, they are common in both the rings. In case of bridged ring systems, as you can see, there is some extra carbon atom. It can be 1, 2 or 3 which is protruding ahead or up from this face. Now this as well as this carbon atom, they are like fused carbon atoms as we have seen, but there are extra carbon atoms in between. So bridged are also fused cyclic systems, but at the fusion they have extra carbon atoms. In case of spiro compounds, see how they are joined. They are not joined by two carbon atoms, but there is only one carbon atom at the center through which both rings are joined. So there is only one common carbon atom in the spiro systems. Now in all these three kinds of bicyclic compounds, the ring size in these two rings, it can be same or different. Here you can see a four-membered ring is along with a five-membered ring. Whereas in naphthalene we know both are six-membered rings. In this compound you can see it, one is the six-membered ring while another is the seven-membered ring. So their ring size will affect their nomenclature. Starting with the simplest, suppose we need to name this compound. We don't even, unless it is substituted, we don't even need to number this compound. We just need to do counting. So this compound, it is a bridged compound and you can see there are two carbon atoms which are bridged. In between these two fused carbon atoms. IUPAC name of this compound is bicyclo in the square brackets 4.2.2 decane. So we can simplify this nomenclature as there is some prefix. There are three numbers in the square bracket 4, 2 and 2. We can label them as A, B and C. And there is some suffix which is usually a root name or parent name. So let's discuss 5 simple steps for getting this nomenclature. In the first step, you need to decide what is the suffix. So suffix is decided by total number of carbon atoms which are present in this structure. So you need to literally count them. So let's start from here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then bridge 9 and 10. So it is decane. Suffix is simply decane. In the second step, we will decide prefix. Now because we are learning bicyclic systems, prefix is always bicyclo. If you want to later on apply it to the tricyclic or tetracyclic rings wherein 3 or 4 rings are fused to each other, that time you can change it. Otherwise it will be same, bicyclo. Now look at these numbers. First we are going to decide this number C. Now this number will indicate how many bridged carbon atoms are there. Now remember, this and this are the fused carbon atoms, while these two are the bridged carbon atoms. So here C becomes 2 because there are 2 bridged carbon atoms. Now we need to eliminate fused as well as bridged carbon atoms, and we need to consider in both the rings now how many other number of carbon atoms exist which are not part of either fusion or either bridge. So in this first ring there is 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbon atoms which are not part of fusion or bridge. So there comes 4. Whereas in the other side we have only 1 and 2 carbon atoms which are not part of the fusion or the bridge. Because it is common, it is not considered. So there are only 2. So B becomes 2. In case of fused and bridged systems, it is always higher number written first. So higher number becomes A. Lower number becomes B. Let's see few more examples. So this is a bicyclo compound wherein you can see now they are just joined by one straight line, means there is no bridge. It is a simple fused one. So that C will become 0. There are 4 carbon atoms. So suffix is butane, prefix is bicyclo, and there is nothing in between. There is no bridge. So this is 0. Now we have these 2 carbon atoms as a part of fusion. So we need to now count all other carbon atoms. So there is only 1 on the left hand side. There is only 1 at the right hand side. So it becomes bicyclo in the square bracket 1.1.0. Now on both the sides there are only 1. So there is no competition which number is to be written first and which one later. Now let's see here. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So it must be heptane. Bicycloheptane. Now we need to find out ABC. Bridge is 1. So bridge is 1. On left hand side there are 2. On right hand side there are 2. So its name is bicyclo 2.2.1. Now see in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again it's heptane. Bicycloheptane. Bridge is 1. Now ignore these fusion as well as bridge. We have 3 on one side, 1 on other side. So these 2, they are divided now as 3 and 1. So obviously we will write higher number first, 3.1.1. Now this is the representation wherein all the carbon atoms are written, even hydrogen atoms are written. You can get structures wherein nothing is written. So, in this case, this is the same compound, but see the appearance. At the point of intersection of two lines, you need to place carbon. So for your understanding, you can write carbon everywhere, having those many hydrogens which are necessary for its valency. So nomenclature of this compound is same as that of above. Now here we have two cyclohexane rings fused to each other, looking like naphthalene, but it is a saturated one. So we know there are 10 carbon atoms. So it should be decane. But it is fused one. There is no bridge. So it must be 0 decane. And on each side we have 4 carbon atoms. Now here, if you compare this structure with this, we know one ring has been reduced. So it is 5 plus 4, 9. So it must be nonane. Again, it is a fused one. If there is no bridge, if it is fused, then third number will become 0. Now in this case, we have on one side 4 carbon atoms, on another side only 3 carbon atoms. So it must be 4.3.0 because we write higher number as first and lower number as the second. This is example of bridged one. So we can justify there are 10 carbon atoms. It's decane. On one side there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 4 higher number. On the other side we have 3 and there is 1 as a bridge. Similarly, in this compound we can immediately notice there are 2 carbon atoms. So C value is going to become 2. Now these are bridged. This is fusion. This is fusion. So let's count. There is 2 on one side and there is 1, 2, 3, 4 on other side. So it must be 4.2.2 and it is decane. So you don't even need to number them. You just need to count the carbon atoms which are part of bridge and which are not part of fusion as well as bridge. Spiro compounds are also named in the similar way, just there is one significant difference. While writing the numbers, we always write smaller number first and larger number as second. This was given as a revision by IUPAC that we need to arrange these numbers in the ascending way. So simplest compound we have total 5, so it is pentane, and because there is no fusion as well as bridge in between, third number is deleted. In the bracket there will appear only 2 numbers. So that 2 numbers will indicate how many carbon atoms are on both the sides which are not part of the spiro point. So there are 2 on left hand side, 2 on right hand side, and here prefix is spiro rather than bicyclo. So it is spiro 2.2 pentane. In this case, we know it is pentane on one side, it is cyclopropane on another side. So total 8, but we have one carbon atom common, so it is 7. So it is heptane and spiro. On one side we have 4 carbon atoms, another side only 2 carbon atoms. So it becomes spiro 2.4 heptane. Quickly you can see now it is 5 plus 4. So total comes 9, but one carbon is common, so it must be octane. In octane, one side 3 carbon atoms, another side 4 carbon atoms. We write lower number first. Now here we have 6 plus 5. Total comes 11, but one point is common, so it is 10. It must be decane. wherein on one side there are 4 carbon atoms, another side there are 5 carbon atoms. It is a bit tricky when we have substitution as well as double bonds. Even numbering is a little bit different in these different category of compounds. Consider naphthalene. We have already learned that we always number all the carbon atoms which are at the periphery. But now we need to talk about the fusion also. So at the end, fused carbon atoms are numbered because they are involved in the double bond, so we need to indicate it. In case of, this is fused compound. In case of bridged compounds, they will be treated like benzene, wherein we will number it from the fusion, come to the periphery, and the bridged carbon atoms, they are numbered at the last. So in this case, prefix remains same, bicyclo. Even this bracket will remain same, 4.4.0 here, here 2.2.1, because 1 as the bridge. Now suffix will change. Suffix will always start with the root, because this is containing 10, so deca. This is containing 7, so hept. And now you need to indicate where all double bonds are present. Count the double bonds. There are 5, so it is pentaene. Here there is only one double bond, so it is simply ene. If it contains 2 double bonds, then trine, 3 double bonds, then trine. Similarly, you will write and you will indicate the number where this double bond is present. So in case of bridged compounds, you will start numbering like benzene. You will start numbering like benzene from the fusion, complete it from the periphery and give the last numbers to the bridge. While in case of naphthalene, phenanthrene, anthracene, we always number from the periphery and last to the fusion. In case of spiro compounds, if the two rings are of different size, we have seen in the numbering, we always give preference to the lower number. So numbering also starts with the ring which is having smaller size, and that too numbering always starts at one corner, not a way that substitution will get a lower number. Numbering will always start in one corner, but in such a way that substitution will get lower number. So in this simplest case, we have 3 plus 5. So numbering will start from one corner. You can either start from here or from here because there is no substitution over here. So 1, 2, then it will come to the spiro point, then it will cross. 4, 5. We will not give 4 number over here and 5 here because chlorine is the substitution. That time if you give 4, 5, then 6 number will be given to the chlorine. We want lowest possible number to the chlorine. That is why we will start numbering from the top. So you will indicate it is 4 chlorospiro 2.4 heptane. If you want to indicate double bond, because there are 2 double bonds here, it will be diene. There are 5, it is decane, but there is additional methyl substitution. If there is nothing written, only a line is drawn, then it indicates there is a carbon. So this is methyl substitution. So numbering will start at one end and it will continue while taking lowest number to the substitution as well as continue in the next string, giving lowest number to the double bond, and it will not start from here. So it will become 2-methyl spiro, then we know 4.5 deca, and there are 2 double bonds. First double bond at the first and second carbon atom, second double bond between 6th and 7th carbon atom. So I hope you find it easy, try naming these compounds, and you can pause the video and draw these structures. If you have any doubts, please refer to these websites, as well as you can write me. Even you can try naming these compounds on your own, and you can write their names in the comment section, or you can send me them personally so that I can check whether you have understood it. Thank you.